16 years ago, I started as an unemployed football manager with no past playing experience and no coaching badges. And yet here we are at the end of one hell of an adventure. It is the final episode of the Journey Manager today. An FA Cup final awaits. A Champions League final awaits. Let's run the intro. Yes, folks, how is it going? And a warm welcome back to the Journey Manager. Two finals to wrap things up today. The septuple is on. Could we end the season with 7 trophies in a season? I feel like that would be quite a good way to send off this save game. Up first, we are taking on Crystal Palace. Of course, they won the FA Cup in real life for the season just gone. In this universe, significantly less success. They should be an easier opposition. But after that, the very small matter of the Champions League final, where we are taking on the only team we've lost to this year in the Champions League. Admittedly, it was back in the league stage. We are going to be taking on PSG, and the final is at Wembley. In terms of their team, Warren Zaire-Emery is bloody good, isn't he, in Football Manager? Look how good he is. He's 34 and he's still this good. Those mentals are insane. Now, of course, last episode we did wrap up the Champions League semi-finals. There were 2 league games to play that we had to spare. The first, 9-1 against Manchester United. I rotated the team in this game as well. Fallater got a hat-trick, loads of different goal scorers, loads of different assist makers. Just an all-round good game. And an XG of 7.24 is mental. And after that, on the final day of the season, away from home against Everton, we won 3-1 to secure the title and secure it comfortably. Perhaps the most dominant fashion I've won a Premier League in FM24, to be honest. 2 losses, 2 draws, 104 points. This Newcastle United team is phenomenal. And I do feel like that is a real testament to this team that we've built. A team that, to be honest, I'm kind of surprised it's had the success it's had so soon. Of course, we joined this team 4 years ago. After years of mid-table football, we took them to 2nd place without the distraction of major European football. Then 6th was disappointing. Last year we won the league. To win it 2 years in a row is really nice. And of course, there is one man who has been with us every step of the way. Here is Mark, who I have given injections to be able to play in the FA Cup final. I'm really, really tempted to start him in this game. The 33-year-old has been with us from the beginning. Look at that for a career history. 325 appearances, 91 goals, 61 assists, pretty good average rating that, I'll be honest, has been dragged down significantly over the last few clubs we've managed. I'm feeling a little bit nostalgic, in case you can't tell, reminiscing over this save game, but that's not what we're here to do today. Crystal Palace up first in the FA Cup final. Like I mentioned, there's a part of me that wants to play Mark in this game. And I know I probably shouldn't, and I've given him some injections, but I'm bringing in Mark. I'm doing it. For the end of the season, just as a little reminder, Faye is very likely going to miss the final. Of course, he is one of our best players, and I say the final. I'm referring to the Champions League final. With respect to the FA Cup, little bit of a side quest today. Big Deli is also very likely to be out, still out, injured out for 2 weeks. The final of the Champions League is in a week. So, yeah, 2 key players there missing. And another man who's going to be missing is Mass. So we are missing some pretty key players in our team. I suppose the good news here is we can still play a very strong team in this first cup final and then kind of go all strength, full guns blazing into the Champions League final because there is enough of a break. In terms of the team, it's the team you know and love. It is going to be Spike Brits between the sticks, the 32-year-old, still a world-class goalie who I'm hoping is going to step up for us today. At left back, it is going to be Gabrielli, and I'm, of course, hoping that he and Daddario will be fit enough to start both finals today. These fullbacks have been generational signings for us. Daddario, £125 million for a right-back. I can't believe I'm saying this. I think with 18 assists, he might have justified his cost. Of course, it's going to be Marco and Amador at centre-back. Marco signed so long ago, it feels like now. One of the first signings we made at the club for £30.5 million. I maintain that was one hell of a signing. The 25-year-old really only approaching his prime now, continuing to improve. And of course, he is going to have Amador alongside him. The Swiss international with 100 caps, a big signing this year, who from a defensive point of view has been an absolute titan in our defence. Now, with Big Deli out injured, it is going to be Velhosa who is going to be playing at defensive mid for us, at least for this game. I've got to work out what I'm doing for the Champions League final, but we will worry about that later because I need to be concerned about my son who I'm giving injections to play in this game. In the final third, it is going to be Sousa through the middle. Not really uttered his name all that much. He's stepped up massively this season as the kind of centre attacking mid option. We've stuck with him this year. He has done great. It's going to be Kelechi on the left. With the injury to Faye, Jun Hwan has to come in, doesn't he, and play at right attacking mid. £1.1 million spent on this guy. Genuinely might be my best signing at every kind of football manager save we've done this year. I don't know if there's a better one than this. I love him. He's one of those weird, unique players. He's got a bit of Kai Havertz about him with his polygon, which might sound like an insult. It isn't meant to be an insult. I actually feel like that's a compliment in a weird way. Of course, Kelechi I kind of glossed over. I've spent £200 million on this bloke. Admittedly, that transfer hasn't yet occurred. If he secures us 2 finals today, yeah, he's probably worth the pennies before he's even arrived officially. And of course, up top, we are going to go with Everard. I do have a bit of a dilemma when it comes to the Champions League final on do I play Falata, who's been exceptional in the knockouts. But for this competition, the FA Cup, I'm sticking with a French beast up top. I feel like it's just nice, isn't it, to reminisce over the team. Have a little look at all the players starting in this game. On the bench, by the way, loads of depth. Kirillov, Vincent Day, Mark Gomez, Gasparini, all these guys, young players that if we were doing a super long-term save game, could definitely be useful cogs. And it'll be interesting to see when we simulate forward how they do. Hamilton, Rasmus Olsson, Soa, Falata, Balaki. If we are struggling in this game, and I really hope we shouldn't be struggling in this game, it's the FA Cup final, and we're much better than Crystal Palace. But if we are struggling, there is some big players to bring on. Looking at their team here, they are going with a 4-3-3. Oh, the players are walking out. I'm ready for this, everyone. And if you are wondering, where's the suit for the final? I'm saving it for the big final. It's over to the side. It's bloody hot in my room today. I'll wear it when the games matter, and the standing desk will be active, and we will come back to Wembley for a Champions League final, which we will win over PSG once we hopefully deal with Crystal Palace here. Sousa bringing it forward, tries to pick out Junjun Wan. Alami tries to play it out. They launch it long here. I'll tell you what, that ball is coming down with snow on it. Great header by Amador. Mark forward to Sousa. I feel like we should click on Mark so we can see him. Kelechi, Everard, little give and go. Goes down in a heap. Kelechi continues to bring it forward. Crosses it in. Whose forehead was it going to land on? You bloody know the answer. It's Junjun Wan celebrating a goal inside the first 10 minutes. It's weird. I feel like in this system, the left and right attacking mids, obviously, they get into the box and they get into these aerial areas. I do wonder if I could clone Junjun Wan and play one either side, would they both be this good in the air? I really hope they would be, because I love him. We should put him in a lab and clone him. Okay, 25 minutes played here. Crystal Palace crying. That's why it says cry on the scoreboard, because they should be crying. They've had 2 shots so far in this game. Admittedly, we've also only had 2 shots, but our XG was bigger. So we've got that advantage. Galvez for them is bringing it forward here. That was going into Mark's area of the pitch. Didn't need to do anything, and instead it's with Everard. Difficult angle. How has he scored that? I'll tell you what, if he scores a load in this game, I might drop Falata for the Champions League final, despite the fact he's been the hero of that run. I mean, how can you argue with this finish here? Galvez gave away the ball. It was, well, Gabriello locked onto it. Everard turns, and you think from here, he's a bit isolated, isn't he? He's going to struggle. No. He just places it top bins perfectly. We've only had 2 shots on target. They've both gone in. I'm not even going to be mad. Velhusa on a booking is a little bit concerning. I'm running out of defensive mids of the club. He's just got to maintain well behaved. There's 3 minutes left of the half. Look, lads, we can't embarrass them here. Let's not hurt their feelings too much. Or let's do it. You know what, it's 3-0, let's do it. It's too late now. The fact that we're doing this well with Mark on the pitch is in a weird way convincing me that I should try and play Mark in the PSG game. I don't know if I can inject him again. Can I inject him twice in a row to play matches? I've injected him to play the FA Cup final. I'm sure he'll be fine. I will say, we are 3-0 up in this game. We've only had 3 shots on target. It's been one of those halves where, yes, we've crafted out good opportunities. We have also just finished every single one of them. Oh, Junjun Wan. Let's do it again. Near post corner. This time it's headed away, although Velhosa puts it in. It's in a dangerous area. They are not clearing this ball. Junjun Wan doesn't win the aerial battle. You don't say that very often, but we have got the ball here. Mastalone, where are you going? He floats it. Oh, my word. I thought Junjun Hwan's forehead was going to be the recipient yet again. Keeper on this occasion does pluck it out the air. Crystal Palace looking to, I want to say, try and save face here. That's what they need to do. They have been shocking, dare I say, in this game. I don't want to tempt fate and invite the comeback. They've really not done anything going forward here, although they have got a 2-on-1 at the back. Oh, my word. Vasquez has hit the crossbar there, and it's not gone out of play. That was a sensational effort from range. I'm almost sad it didn't go in. I mean, if that goal had gone in, I might have just handed Crystal Palace the FA Cup. That goal would have been worth 3 in my eyes. It was a sensational effort denied by the post, and now we're bringing it forward. Oh, Everard. Oh, Everard. Is he on? The linesman's not flagged. I thought he was on. I hope he's on. If he is, I'm making some subs. Mark's staying on the pitch. The players are celebrating. You know what that means. It's going to count. And I'll tell you what, the first time finish here was sensational. The little ball through by Gabriele. Ah, what a pass. What a strike. What a goal. All right, Mark is looking extremely delighted. We don't care he's injured. He'll be fine. If he dies, he dies. I'm going to make some changes. Rasmus Olsson through the middle. Soa, you know what? You can come on for Junjun Hwan in this game. I feel like I'm making changes for the sake of it. But you know what? At this point, it might be sensible for my right back and left back to take them off and make sure they don't get injured ahead of the final. I'm thinking, who else might I want to bubble wrap here? You know what, Everard? I don't want him getting injured. Bring on Balaki up front. Make all the subs. Let's protect the star players. We've got a Champions League final in a week. And I don't want any unnecessary injuries. I have faith that even having now made all my subs, if a player did get injured and we had to play down a man, we are still going to see out this result. Of course, there are players I've subbed on here who have perhaps got a point to prove. Maybe they're going to feel this pressure to score, to make something happen, so they can put themselves in contention for that upcoming final. So has scored a rebound. It was ratty as hell. It is done. I'm sorry, Crystal Palace. I mean, look, I don't want to tempt fate, because obviously the big cup final is coming up. I feel like games like this, the 9-1 win against Manchester United, it gives you an idea of the juggernaut we have created here. This Newcastle side is crazy, and one of the things I like about it is we built it relatively quickly, not just signing loads of wonder kids, but actually by kind of picking up some players in their late 20s, a load on free transfers, of course, every year, and kind of just building somewhat sustainably. In a weird way, it's been quite a rewarding way to build a squad that is kind of refreshing for me. I'm saying all of that. If they score here, they have scored here. They've ruined the clean sheet, and I'm sad about that. I mean, look, I don't want to crush the dreams of Crystal Palace fans. That goal probably isn't going to change a lot in this game. We've got a free kick here. Why is Soa time wasting? Is this just rude? Why is he twerking at the camera? He floats in. Balaki was under it. Half-headed away. Ollison headed goalwards by Mark. Balaki gets the rebound. It's 6-1. There's another VAR check. I think this is going to count. I mean, it's a 7-goal thriller. The neutrals, I'm going to say they've got what they wanted. Obviously, when you hear of a 7-goal thriller, you want a 4-3, don't you? No, it's 6-1. The 6 goals definitely flatters us, but make no mistake, we have been an absolute force in this game. Lads, stop. 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 They're already dead. It's 7-1. Unless this one's going to be ruled out. I'll tell you what, the VAR people have had a lot to do today, haven't they? Is this going to count? Is counted. Okay, 5 minutes of added time at the end of this game. It is going to come and go. 7-1 this game finishes. Mark was on the pitch for the entirety. I don't think I can give him injections for the Champions League final. He's had his moment in the spotlight. He can now enjoy his retirement as far as I'm concerned. We are FA Cup winners. We've never won this trophy before. It's our 6th trophy of the year. The big one is up next. I believe it is at Wembley. We'll watch the trophy get hoisted aloft. Spike Brits is absolutely loving it. This is nice. I want to do it again in a week. I'm very happy, lads. Look at that. Green, happy, smiley faces across the board. We are FA Cup winners. The fans praise the manager. I mean, I appreciate it. First time since 1955 this club's won the FA Cup. 85 years ago was the last time it happened. Mark is injured. I can inject him again. 4 to 5 months, he'll be fine. He can play in the Champions League final if we're winning. How much if the whole series just ends with me injecting Mark into an early retirement? We've got PSG in 7 days' time. Is it at Wembley? It is at Wembley. Their manager is Inzaghi. I want to get one over on him. Let's go make it happen, shall we? Okay, it all comes down to this. We are back. Champions League final. I forgot to put the standing desk up. Let me get ready for this. I'm not ready for this. Okay, do I look the part now? Do I look like I'm ready? Just don't ask if I'm wearing trousers too. Yes, folks, it is Champions League final time. PSG, our opposition. Just a reminder of how we got here. Now, of course, in the league phase, we won all but one game, but that one game we didn't win was an away defeat against a PSG team who actually finished down in 14th in the league phase. Of course, we did get a bye to the round of 16 where we took on Leverkusen and won 7-2. We took on Milan and won 5-3. We took on Leipzig and won 8-3. I think what I'm learning here is we're not necessarily the best at defending, but we're pretty good at scoring. PSG have knocked out Napoli, Arsenal and Everton, all by very, very narrow margins. This might sound crazy. I think we might be favourites for this game. Now, it's weird, right? Because in terms of team news, if there was no injuries, this would be my starting 11. But Faye is struggling. Big Deli and Ma, no chance of playing. So we've got to shake things up here. Jun Hwan is going to come in and play at right attacking mid. That one is not so weird. I guess where the question mark really has to be asked is at defensive mid, because we're a bit weaker here than I would rather be in this kind of game. I actually think Ollison as a roaming playmaker is pretty bloody phenomenal. I feel like you look at his actual mentals and his physicals. For a 21-year-old, like, he is absolutely nuts. He has everything that you could really want in a roaming playmaker. It's such a demanding role. Maybe his concentration could be a bit higher, but I think he's okay. Obviously, Velhossa, by comparison, wasn't really signing him when we signed him, thinking this guy is going to be someone I use in a Champions League final as a starter back at the start of the year. We signed him for £53 million to be kind of the long-term successor to Big Deli and just be an alternative, more defensive midfielder option on the bench. I'm a little bit worried he's a player they can abuse. In terms of the rest of the team, it's the exact same team that played the other game. I mentioned earlier about the whole debate of, do I go with Everard up front or do I go with Fallater? Fallater got injured midweek. I've given him injections, but naturally, I kind of feel like we shouldn't start with him. But if I need a player to come on and score, he is capable of playing. It is only a twisted ankle. Now, it is worth noting in Park to Prem this year, in fact, both editions of Park to Prem we did on FM24, both Rugby Town and Wanderers, I never won a Champions League final. And whilst I did win multiple Champions Leagues when we did the stream save on YouTube and Twitch in Gibraltar, I don't think I've won the Champions League as an English club since the Chelsea beta save 48 months ago. I mean, it's 46 months ago if we want to be pedantic. It's been a long time since I've got here and had a chance. And this will probably be my last chance to win a Champions League on YouTube in this edition of Football Manager, at least in one of our daily Let's Play episodes. I really, really want to do this to win 7 trophies in 1 year, because I feel like then the save game is just complete. And it's not often you have a save game where you can just say, I've completed it. And I know someone's going to say, you didn't win the Club World Cup. No one cares about it. This is the Champions League. This is what matters. Oh, the players are lined up. I feel like the national anthem should be played or something. I don't know why I'm limbering up like I'm coming on off the sideline. We are here, everyone. We have arrived. We lost earlier away from home in this Champions League final kind of matchup. I'm going to hope that we can bounce back today. We are playing in our grey kit. Kellergy's been gifted the ball. That was very kind. Ollison, Jun Hwan, my man. I'm bowing to him. I'm just going to bow to him. He is my hero. He is my hero of the save game. No one can convince me otherwise. A throw in deep in enemy territory here that they just did not clear. Kellergy played it out. Ollison actually played a really good ball here. And then Jun Hwan, little pop shot through 2 defenders to Alan goal and no chance. We have a corner now. Jun Hwan, a goal to his name already. Could he add an assist? Imagine Marco crossbar. Amador keeps it alive. Sousa scores. Oh my word. We are 2-0 up inside the first quarter of an hour. Do you reckon the fans went home after the FA Cup final? Do you reckon they just stayed in London for a week and had a big party before this final? Not worth going up and down, is it, the whole country? Stay around, have a party. We're going to have another one today, hopefully. I mean, what a phenomenal start to this game. I feel like now, part of me's like, we just have to hold on now. That's not the mindset I want to have. I want to kill him. I want to go for the jugular. Jun Hwan, do it again, son. Do it again. Go on, bang. I am getting carried away. That one has gone over. I just remembered last time we took them on there, that overhead kick goal, didn't they? Yeah, no overhead kicks today, Football Manager, unless they're in our favour. Jun Hwan, Marco, the former PSG man, heads over. 10 minutes left of this first half. It's been a crazy first half as far as we are concerned. They have not created anything going forward. I think they've had just 1 shot on target. Yeah, they have. They've had 64% of the ball, but not getting it into dangerous areas. Whereas for ourselves, we win the ball and then we try to get it up the pitch quickly. Oh my word. What a pass. What a goal. We're 3-0 up. That is the Ollison pass is mental. Going into this game, I said the defensive mids could be an issue. Ollison has got 2 assists. And this is my favourite one so far. I mean, what is this assist, by the way? On the half volley, he just does that through ball. That is sensational. I mean, Everard, merci mon ami. It's kind of funny, isn't it? For this entire save game in Newcastle, we've had this weird French contingent. We've had Balaki, Everard, Faye, obviously, Marco at the back. There's just a bunch of French blokes, and right now they're having a jolly good time. We are 3-0 up at the break, and this is the easiest team talk ever. Just more of the same. Does this make it a dynasty if we win back-to-back Premier Leagues and then do the septuple? I mean, admittedly, you know, you could argue the dynasty has to go on a bit longer. I just don't think it's very fun when you're winning everything in Football Manager. Except right now. I'm having fun now. I'll admit it. I would have been having more fun if that long shot had gone in. One absolutely wild game of football. There's 20 minutes here. Why have I not subbed on Mark yet? I should sub on Mark. Wait, don't score, please, PSG. Don't ruin it. Ollison with the ball for us, bringing it forward. Gives it to Velhosa. Junjun Juan. George or Jorge clears it away. Gurley for them has the ball. I mean, if they get one back, you know, just stop celebrating a little bit. You know, deflate the balloons. Don't get the party going just yet. Because there is still 20 minutes left here. And PSG have been pretty cack in this game so far. It's not like they can play worse. Or can they? Sousa loses out. But Gabriele, you know what the left-back's going to do. He's just going to run in a straight line really quick. Sousa, give it back to Gabriele. Or give it to the right-back. Oh, my word. It's 4-0. This episode was meant to have jeopardy. It's had none of it, and I'm sorry. It's weird, right? The viewership in this save game has been dropping as we've reached the natural conclusion. And I understand why now. I mean, for those of you that enjoy watching the finished masterpiece, here it is. There has been an ongoing process for many, many weeks, months of this save game. This is just the we're done, I think. Lads, we can stop now. We can stop. We've proven our point. Tadorio's at the crossbar. This might be taking the mick a little. Mark, striker. Why not play him at striker? Hamilton is the hometown hero who's been at the club for his entire career. He's stuck around this year as more of a squad player. Get him on the pitch to see things out. Who else do we just want to sub on? Soa. Soa was here when I arrived. He deserves to be on the pitch to end things here. I was told that Faye shouldn't play. I'm gonna stick him on the pitch. Why not? Junjun Juan, come off to a round of applause, my friend. You've done your job. Mark's up front. We're 4-0 to good. If Mark scores in the Champions League final, I've completed Football Manager. If he doesn't score, I think I've probably still completed it. But I've done that. I've extra 100% in it. It's like the hidden achievement. Is there time? There's 9 minutes. Where is he? The number 32. He's got injections, hasn't he, for this hip injury. I don't know how long he's going to be out for at the end of the year, but I'm glad that he's on the pitch to enjoy this moment as he's just not really touching the ball and just chasing it. Al-Dassari plays it to Zaire Emery. Imagine if they get one back. They're not going to get one back. It's gone wide. 6 minutes to get Mark a goal. I mean, if Mark doesn't score now, I kind of view it as a failure in many ways. Pause here. Go very attacking. Tactics. I mean, we're already so attacking. There's not much more attacking we can go here. If we get a penalty, Mark's already on them. Mark will take it if we get it. 2 minutes at a time. We wanted more. We're not going to get more. But you know what? It does not matter. I'm sorry that today's episode wasn't one full of jeopardy. And I'm sorry in many ways, it's been a bit straightforward, in all honesty. But what a way to cap off this save game. The Journey Manager is complete. We hoist a Champions League trophy. We've won 2 Premier Leagues. We've won everything we could win. We've won the Conference League, the Europa League, and the Champions League, all at Newcastle in the last 4 years. That is a wild achievement. I am well happy about doing that in a single save game. Bit of a weird one to do. Let's enjoy the cutscene. Let's enjoy the trophy lift. Oh, what a day. Mark's out for 2 to 3 months. We'll send him to a specialist. That's what I'll do before I leave him in Newcastle forever. Medals for a Champions League win. Mark gets one. Mark gets a Champions League medal. In fact, it looks like everyone registered in the squad, regardless of if they played or not, gets a medal. Can I just tell you now how much I've enjoyed this save game, and indeed this extra year we've had of FM24, which might sound really weird to say. From a kind of content creator point of view, it's provided some weird challenges. But for those of you that have got on board with this idea and with the wondrous save game, thank you. And thank you for your continued viewership. If you are still watching this save game and you're getting to this part of the video and getting this message, you are the hardcore of the hardcore. And the fact that you guys have continued to support and watch the content is the reason I'm able to do this full time. And your support is so appreciated. When the next Football Manager comes out, and hopefully we're going to get news in the upcoming weeks and months, obviously, now that we know FM26 is happening, I want you to know that this kind of support, this loyalty that you've shown to me in terms of supporting the content, I'm going to repay it. You're going to get some banging content. I'm really, really excited for what's coming up. Now, I did talk about it last week in Friday's video, but in terms of the plans when it comes to content on the channel, I'm not sure if I'm going to do another daily Football Manager save game before the next game. I'm kind of hoping that we're going to start to get some semi-frequent news in the next few weeks and months on FM26, and on top of that, and kind of covering all the news as it happens, my plan is just to do some variety content, maybe some director of football kind of rebuildy, simmy stuff, but I'm going to stop doing the daily videos, at least in the format that we've been doing them, just for a month. They will come back with the next Football Manager, but my main priority is basically just to detox a little bit from Football Manager. I've got like 9,000 hours almost in this game. I think I've been averaging, if you exclude the time when I've been AFK, I've probably played about 8 to 9 hours of Football Manager a day for 2 years. So I am going to take my foot off the gas a little bit. There is going to be content, so don't worry about that. But it is going to be experimental, and I hope you guys will support it and check it out when it comes out, even if it isn't the content that perhaps you've become accustomed to watching here. Oh, and one other thing is there will be a Journey Manager in the future save game. Some people have asked me, as part of that, can I do a video where I basically simulate Mark's career had I never intervened? Which I actually quite like to do, I think, as part of the in the future video. So we're going to sim forward and see what happened to Newcastle and, well, kind of look through the save game as a whole. I think to start that video, we'll probably look through all the clubs that we managed to see what they got up to this present day, the 26th of May 2040. But yeah, from there, as part of that video, we'll sim forward Mark's career, we'll sim forward the save game as a whole. And yeah, it's going to be a bit different to the normal in the future videos, but hopefully just a nice way to round off this save game and give it a nice send-off. I will say that video is going to be a little bit of work, so it's probably going to be dropping nearer the end of the week, but keep your eyes peeled for it. Gang, we're going to leave things there for today. I might not be a legend at Newcastle United. That is an absolute disgrace. I should definitely be a legend. But look, we have won a Champions League. We've brought it up north. We've brought it home. And we brought Mark home along the way too. If you have enjoyed this series, go down below, leave a like. It's not been my most popular series by any means, but I hope it's one that people come back to year on year. Check out. If you're watching this in the distant future and you've gotten to the end of the series, let me know when you're watching it and what's going on with the world down below. Yeah, hopefully there's a Football Manager release the year you're watching this. Okay, but for real, I am just waffling now. Gang, we're leaving things there. Appreciate you. Take care. Have a lovely week. I'll be back when I'm back. It's me, Jack. And it's bloody hot in this suit. I'm out.